Okay, hey everyone. I said I was going to do a video. I know I say in a second, but to me, sometimes a second is much longer because I try to have some notes when I'm about to do a video, and especially when I do a video when I don't, expect to. It takes me a little second. So, I'm going to do a video talking about mammies. And I'm gonna wait for a few people to come on, and then I will speak. All right. Let me try to invite some people to this so they'll have a chance to see it. Just to let you know, I got some music playing in the background. I don't know if you can hear it, but this will pretty much be music centered for hey, how you doing, Jeanette? The music I'm playing right now is like this little intimate moments playlist I have on my YouTube channel. So I felt like it would go with the theme, because if you did not know, it is dick pandering season, aka cuffing season. So I'm seeing a lot of sisters on my timeline, or things that have been shared to their pages from other women. Hey, how you doing, sis? Where your that's what I was about to say. I'm already tipsy. I already done drunk that glass of wine. Yeah, so I'm a little tipsy. That's why I called it tipsy tea, just in case, just to let y'all know, so you're forewarned that I have been sipping a little bit of wine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna be talking about mammies. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in. So, like I said, the music in the background, it is tailored to dick pandering season. So I see that a lot of mammies are out there in full effect. So I had to play, my music that I know other sisters play when they probably about to get some penis, okay? So don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. All right. So let's jump right in. What is a mammy? Okay. Now, I just created my own definition before I came onto the video. Hey, how y'all doing? Nets, Maria, Freddie. Freddie's my soulmate, y'all, just to let y'all know. That's my boo-boo. I think that's all I see on here. Okay. So, yeah. I had to come up with my own definition of what a mammy is. I'm going to keep it short because most of it is going to be a little rants. But I do try to have something definitional in my videos. So I had to come up with something. One thing I will say is when you speak on mammy, if you want to speak on the, hey, how you doing, Karen Love? When you speak on mammyism or being a mammy, often is linked to internalized misogyny, specifically for black women, because I'm only here for black women. Okay? So what I wrote here is a mammy is a woman, a black woman who internalizes sexist messages of not only being inferior to the male sex, but can also come in the form of mewling for the male sex while lacking self-preservation. So that's the definition that I had wrote down on being a mammy. So what I feel like a mammy is definitely the woman who pretty much a lot of herself is tailored to catering to the male, and most likely a black man. But in the process, you see these sisters really lack self-preservation. So what you end up seeing these sisters do is drain themselves trying to build men, trying to cater to men in their life, whether it doesn't even have to be a man that they're messing with or dealing with, married to, whatever. It be their sons, their uncles, their male family members. So it doesn't matter who it is. At the end of the day, black women who center on catering to men, sometimes sometimes do it too much to the point where it drains them and they lack self-preservation. So in a sense, they're mammying. Now, one thing I feel like is this. I don't, I speak all the time. I know I try to respect sisters where they are in their journey. So, in one aspect, I have nothing but respect for these sisters as far as you are a black woman, I am a black woman, we in this shit together. But at the same time, when you start trying to push certain narratives and messages to other black women, especially when it comes to catering to males only, me and you going to have a problem, sis. And I'm going to let you know why. And the reason why I feel that way is because I feel like black women are already socialized to cater to men in their life. Women in general have been socialized to cater to men in general. Okay, I was saying earlier, I'm taking several courses right now, digging back into the history. I'm doing a book study with the group Goddess Rising Initiative, and right now we're talking about the black women in antiquity. So we're reading that book, and when you look at the ancestral history as well, you can see the socialization between black women catering to the black male, whether and most likely in the form of a child. Now, let me tell you something. The first thing, now, there's levels to this mammy shit, okay? There's levels to this mammy shit. Let me tell you something. A majority of the black community have been raised in a religious background, not just Christianity. I know we trump down on Christianity so much, but I don't know, not one religious background that doesn't have a male figure as authority, depicted in the images or whatever. So a lot of us came from a religious background where we're already programmed as children and through our childhood as young girls to cater to men, whether we're married to those men or whether we're catering to men in general. Okay. So you don't have to force women to be, or black women especially, to be men, because 9 times out of 10, we already came from a background where we're already taught to be mammies for men in general. So that's my issue, mammyism, because a lot of sisters, especially sisters like me, have tried to break from those chains. And then you see women out there still trying to push these narratives, still trying to push these messages. And it's like, we ain't trying to revert back. You know what I'm saying? Now, I put down here, the mama's son socialization runs deep, okay? Ancient, religious, and many social depictions of the mother and child depicts the image of the mother and son. Religious mammies solely follow the man leads, woman submit ideology, but a conscious mammy follows the God-son ideology. At the end of the day, the primary focus centers on men. And that's why I say I definitely want to make it clear. Women, no matter what they identify as, I am seeing them focus their entire ideology in catering to the male sex. If it's not catering to the man that they're married to, then it's catering to their sons. And just like Jeanette just said here, we don't ever see them speak on this socialization that they should have with their daughters. Now, with the religious mammy, that runs very deep. And that's not even just religious. That's a lot of different spiritual systems. One thing I definitely want to talk about is the mama son in the mama son socialization. And a lot of these religious practice, it comes in the form of male superiority and women inferiority. Now, that's not just in the religion, but that's also in many indigenous spiritual practices too. I had spoke on the other day of the people of Zambia. Anthropologists had went out to a island in Papua New Guinea. He went out to that island. He actually did not give the actual name of the tribe. He created a name to keep them anonymous. But he was speaking on their male rites of passages. And a lot of those rites of passages within these tribes centered on teaching men that they were superior to women. Now, when you speak on male rites of passages and when you speak on female rites of passages, you will see the difference here. With the male rites of passages, many of these these indigenous spiritual systems have the male speaking him into a superior place over women, okay? And with the female, you will see practices like female genital mutilation. You'll definitely see that, because at the end of the day, it's about trying to reduce the woman beneath the man. So when you see a lot of people talking about, oh, well, it's only with Christianity or only with the Muslim religion, it's in many different spiritual systems, the socialization of men being superior to women, okay? And it's in there so deep, because some of these practices been around for thousands of years. It's really hard to break from those chains. That's why I take issues with women who are still who are trying to, I believe, find new avenues and new ways to teach women to cater to men, because you're not teaching us nothing different. You're teaching us something that's already been deeply programmed and ingrained into us. You know what I'm saying? I had said on my post, my Facebook the other day as well, that I believe women started this gender war. But, you know, as I studied different cultures and different spiritual systems that they have practiced, I believe that a lot of women send their sons out into these rites of passages and not realize that they're teaching their sons to at the end of the day, turn around and hate them. That's why with the whole mammies or whatever, this is some new shit, okay? It's hard to digest, because when I left the Christian religion, I was idolizing a male god. You know what I'm saying? I was idolizing a man to be my, you know, as someone who was over an authority figure over me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to break that chain. What I see with the mammies is trying to use the image of Isis and Horus in order to justify their mammyism to black sons. And that's something that I see very deep within the black community, the coddling of black sons. But you know, you see them refer to other women and talk about other women, and they're referring to them as bitches, and they're degrading them. And it's like, okay, now when you speak on men fucking up, you're saying that we need to build him up, because we should view them as our sons. You will see prior to this video, I shared a post by Shanika Bailey. She's definitely on the mammy list, okay? You view every male as your son, whether he came from your womb or not, whether you don't even differentiate whether he is an old ass man or whether he is a young ass boy. Refer to him as your son. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand that you're socializing yourself to mother him. And one thing I realized, you know, we always talking about emasculation of the black man, but we don't never talk about how we keep black men in an infant state as well. And that's the issue that I see with black men that I know. I'm not saying all of them, but many black men I know operate from the mentality of an infant. Like they really do not know where their place is. You know what I'm saying? As a man, where they fit into society as a man. Who are they as men? Who am I as a man? Is black manhood even fucking defined? Sometimes I have to ask myself that. But then I start realizing I ain't worrying about black men right now. I'm worrying about being a black woman. And I have my own shit to deal with. And a lot of women do not realize that we have our own shit to deal with. You know what I'm saying? We're tired of being mammies for the black race. We're tired of catering all of our fight and centering on the plight of the black male. You know what I'm saying? Because the black woman is being extremely eliminated from these conversations. Even when I have been very entangled into pro-black circles, anytime you try to bring up a conversation about what black women go through, you're shut down all automatically. Pretty much, you're not able to have a voice in these conversations. You're not able to say, you know what, this is what black women are going through, and then you're like, okay, you're a feminist, get the fuck out of here. And it's like, okay, so when are we going to actually have a legit conversation about what the hell black women are going through? Or are you letting me know, well, we're not going to talk about what black women are going through because our problem is black men, even though we're raising the fist and saying black power. You know what I'm saying? And according to you, black power should include black women, men, and children. But yeah, having conversations about what black women are going through, yeah. They did those conversations all the time. I have experienced it. A lot of people say, oh, well, now you're a feminist. yeah, you will see my transition. You know why? It's because of me trying to figure out, who am I? You know what I'm saying? And the first thing that came to my mind was, I am a black person, and I've always known this. My mom raised me to be proud to be black. But who am I as a fucking woman? Where I'm in these conversations, and every time I bring certain subjects up, I'm not only being dismissed from the black men, but even black women. That's why I say the conscious mammy thing is just fucking ridiculous, okay? I have black women telling me I need to shut my ass up because I need to worry about the black man's plight. And I'm sitting here looking at the sister like, you even expressed that you was probably molested as a child, or you had been through rape, the same kind of issues that I'm bringing up, and you don't even want to center yourself in these conversations. That's a fucking concern. I'm concerned for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm concerned. You don't even want to center yourself in these conversations. You said, I'm going to get dismissed if people can't relate to you. That ain't my problem. My thing is this. A lot of these people know, and they will even say it. I've even had a conversation with people where they say, oh, well, you know what? Yeah, all my sisters and all my aunties, yeah, they were raped and they were molested, but we're going to focus on the black man. I have literally had people tell me this. Y'all know what the hell black women are going through. Y'all know what the hell the threat is with black women in the black community, but y'all don't want to talk about it. I had the opinions on that before. I'm not going to go into it. Right now I'm talking about mammies, okay? Black women, my sisters, and I talk about y'all all the time. And I want y'all to know it's time to focus on your fucking self, okay? Stop taking first, second, third, fourth helpings from the goddamn humble pie, okay? We need to focus on ourselves. That comes to my next note I wrote here. Black women lack self-preservation. Okay? We lack self-preservation. It's almost like we are afraid to really center ourselves in our lives. If we are not trying to focus on raising our children, if we're not trying to focus on building our husband up and believing in his dreams, or even trying to be the freaking man family, especially if you're an elder black woman and you're the last one within that position, we are always giving so much of ourselves to everybody else. We forget ourselves so fucking often. It is real hard having conversations with sisters and trying to tell them, you are a divine motherfucking creation. I don't even want to get, I don't want to get too deep into that, but you are a divine motherfucking creation, okay? You have, yes, and one thing about the conscious mammy specifically is they use the whole I am God. You know what I'm saying? And they use that as their platform to motherfucking mammy to black men. When are you going to be God for your mother? When are you going to actually center yourself in your own fucking conversations? That's my issue I take with them. Because not only are they, from this position, but they are also projecting this out to other fucking black women. Can't you see that black women are tired? Like, can't you see that black women are tired? Every sister I talk to, all they do is talk about all the goddamn sacrifices they make, all the goddamn suffering that they're going through, giving so much of themselves to everybody else, giving themselves to their children, sometimes raising their children alone, giving so much to their family. Their family is milking and draining them. Their man is milking and draining them. Halfway don't want to treat them right. And then it's like when black women say, you know what? Fuck everybody else. I'm going to just focus on myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to focus on myself. These same women turn their back on those sisters. These same mammies turn their back on their sisters and try to shame them for it. Even bringing men into the conversations to shame them as well. And then laugh at them when they say, you know what? You're shaming me. You're trying to keep me back, sis. I'm going to have to cut your ass off. And then they'll be like, oh, well, now you don't want to be God of yourself. No, bitch. I don't want to be God for black men like your ass is. I'm tired of being God for everybody else. I want to be God for my goddamn self. How about that? Don't stop my show. That's why I said the other day, the gender wars between fucking women. Women run this shit. We don't understand the power that we have within our hands. We outnumber black men right now. We outnumber black men right now, okay? If we wanted to shut shit down, we really could if we wanted to. We really could if we wanted to, and I don't even want to go there because that would be extreme. You know what I'm saying? That's outside the normal of my normal expectation to ass kiss everybody else but myself. We lack preservation. We don't think about ourselves, and we don't understand that thinking of ourselves, putting ourselves first, keeping ourselves healed, keeping ourselves whole is actually for the betterment of the race. Okay? Because we're trying to teach, we're making black women sacrificial fucking lambs for the black race, and we're trying to do all that we can, all that we have our power to do, everything that we have instilled within us as bodies, and deplete that from ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And try to deplete that from other women and think that we're going to get somewhere. If you're not putting black women on a pedestal, I don't fuck with you. And that includes black women too. Y'all mammies. If y'all only talk about black women being divine so they can fucking raise the ancient ass fucking sons, I don't fuck with you. I'm telling black women, be fucking divine, be great, be God for your goddamn self. That's why I just cut a lot of that shit off. And then a lot of people want, and then that's when you're angry and you're bitter, you're mad, whatever. I will be all that, but guess what? I won't be goddamn played by no man. I won't be goddamn giving all my shit away, letting everybody milk off my motherfucking titty, and I ain't got nothing to nurture myself with. You stand over there in that corner, you get played by men. You stand over there and you allow everybody to run you all the way motherfucking down and let them milk off your shit. I ain't allowing them to latch onto my motherfucking titty, okay? And that's the issue that I see with black women. We always want so much of ourselves to be for everybody else but ourselves. And it's literally killing us. All that stress and such, all of that we're placing on our shoulders, all of that burden, is literally killing us. Is literally leaving us in a state of depression. And then one thing with these women is they will tell women that they need to heal, accompanied by saying, oh, well, heal so you can get a man. And then when you get a man, he's our son. We got to look at him like he's our son, so we got to heal him. No, I'm healing for Tanisha. I'm healing for myself. I'm telling sisters to heal for themselves. I'm not telling sisters to heal so they can build up some motherfucking man. He need to do that shit on his motherfucking own. I'm 30 years old. Most men I'm a date is going to be 30 or over. He need to be doing that shit himself. He ain't no child. I didn't birth him from my motherfucking womb. I don't have no children. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's hard for me sometimes also as well to have that socialization. I don't have any children. So I'm not going to treat no grown ass man like a child. I'm not going to look at him like he is a child. I'm not going to try to differentiate grown men and say, oh, well, he's a boy. No, he ain't no motherfucking boy. He's a man. I expect him to act like a man. I expect him to be, to hold himself to the standard of a fucking man. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all so quick to call these men boys so you can make your job easier to fucking mammy him. I'm not in that business. He's a man. You do man shit or you get out my way. Get out of my face. How about that? Black women, we are divine creations. Maybe one day we'll have a conversation about that. But as far as these mammies, I just gotta address them because they are really standing in the way when it comes to sisterhood. Their mind is so goddamn digmatized. Everything is centered on men, trying to raise men, trying to if you're not raising men, then you're catering to him. And God forbid that if you expect to submit to a man and he's not providing, then you got to build him up to provide so he can lead you. That's just fucking crazy. I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. So it's like everything is tailored to a man. And guess what? I've been a mammy before. That's why I had stopped dealing with men for 4 years. That shit's tiring. That shit took a lot out of me. I'm still trying to rebuild from that energy of being a mammy for everybody else. And in some ways, I still have some boundaries I need to set with some people. But I damn sure just gave up on the man department. It's just like, I'm not mammying for men no more. Where the hell did that leave me? Really? A whole bunch of exes calling me, thanking me for building them, and then I'm sitting here left like, what the fuck I get out of it? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say maybe it's you know, the whole cuffing season is winter. A lot of sisters are getting a little lonely, so now they're like, oh my God, I need a husband. And now they're you know, on Facebook, you know, doing all that extra shit, trying to project their motherfucking desperation onto other women. I don't know what it is, but I'm tired of seeing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to, I'll cut a sister off. At first I was like, I don't want to cut no sisters off because I want sisters to do better for themselves. But the way I see it is, I'm going to have to take some of y'all sisters off my goddamn titty too. Okay? Because that desperation, and then it's like you can't even have a conversation with these sisters on their own damn pages because it's like they, allow these men into their circles, and then I'm having them send me goddamn friend requests, or they feel like they can come on my page and just look through my shit and start commenting on my shit. Man, I'm about to cut you and your homeboy off too. How about that? I'm about to cut you and your homeboy off. You allow him to suck off your goddamn titty. Don't send him over here to me or other sisters, and I'm seeing other sisters, you know, them doing it to other sisters too. All right, I've been running my damn mouth. I don't even know where the hell I went with this video, okay? I'm gonna leave with this message here. And it's a message I tried to put on Facebook. I saw it on a page a few months ago. I'm gonna leave you with this message, and I'm gonna allow y'all to take it how y'all want it. Whew. Women just have to simply be, but men have to become. Women have to should simply be, but men have to become. And if you do not understand that, or if you want to be in that process of trying to help men become, you might be a mammy. And that's all I'm gonna say. Black women, I want y'all to preserve yourselves. Think of your motherfucking self. Because at the end of the day, my sister Amber, she had told me, black women, you are the goddamn table. Okay? You are the table. You really don't have to you can just motherfucking be. You are the goddamn oracle, okay? You are the goddamn divine. You don't gotta do all that extra shit. You don't gotta do all that extra shit. You just gotta fucking be. Okay? You just gotta be. And I even said earlier on my page today, men flock to women, not the other way around. Or if they do it the other way around, it's probably because they're fucking mammy and they've been listening to that shit that's been programmed into them. But when you break those chains and you realize, man, I got all this fucking healing power. I got all this motherfucking, I'm a fucking prophetess. I'm fucking divine. I am God. I have men worshiping me as God. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta do all that extra shit. You don't gotta do it. I said our sister on my page say I'm manifesting a husband to my life. You don't gotta do all that. I'm out there already. I'm not even dating. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to date. I want to be bothered. And I gotta fucking tell men to get the fuck out of my damn face. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do shit. But just be. Just be. I mean, I don't know how many times, literally, I find myself reposting the same shit over and over again just to tell women, just be. That's it. Just be. You got the goddamn power. You are automatically attracting him, especially if you're a healed woman and if you are a woman who have dug so much into yourself to really try to heal yourself, and you've gotten to a place where you just love yourself unconditionally. You don't have to do shit. Everything just comes to you, like, for real. Like I said, I don't even want no man. I got men all in my face. I'm like, man, just get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to date. I don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do anything. And women don't understand that. They too busy trying to beg for fucking men to come in their life. And men are literally chasing behind their ass. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I don't understand. So yeah. Mammies. I'm about to start cutting y'all off too. I've been trying to say I'm my sister, you my reflection and everything, but no. Like I said, it's dick pandering season. It's cuffing season. I want somebody to be warm next to me in bed. Girl, get you a dog or a cat or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But what you're not going to do is be desperate in my goddamn face. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to convince other goddamn women to be desperate. I'm going to cut your ass off. No, girl. That's you, not me. Bye. You know what I'm saying? I can't even have conversations on some sisters' pages without and then most of the men that be on their pages be shit. Like I can smell it. Like when they start, you know what I'm saying? When they come, I mean, I have a good, what do you call it? I have a good visual memory. You know what I'm saying? So I start remembering profile pics and names and stuff. And I'm like, why am my sister friend with this? And why the hell am I on this post talking with this man? You know what I'm saying? He hates women. I already done checked him out, put him on the list a time ago. And you're trying to build this nigga up. Girl, by yourself. You know what I'm saying? By yourself. All right. Done talking about mammies. I'm about to pour another glass and keep it pushing. So, yeah. Stop mammying. Black women, start thinking about your preservation. Start thinking about what you need to do for yourself and just be. Allow these men to try to figure out who the hell they are. Because that's what I see. And I talk to a lot of men. Like I have said before, a lot of people know my military background. I've been around men all the time. And I was saying to a group of sisters I was on the book study with last week, I had told them, I used to just sit at my desk in my office, literally just sit there all day because I had a desk job for the most part. And men will fucking circulate to my desk trying to pull something from me, trying to pull some wisdom, trying to pull some knowledge, ask me all these goddamn questions. You don't have shit but just be. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do shit to just be. And a lot of these men, and based on the conversations I have with men, because I talk with men all the time, despite, whatever people believe I have, whatever hatred I have for them, I talk to them all the time. And a lot of them really do not know who the fuck they are. They are trying to discover who they are, especially as a man. Not as a human, but as a man. They're like, what is expected of me? They're asking me all these questions. And I'm like, you don't know who you are. All I know is that I'm just simply being over here. You go talk to your homeboys and y'all figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Send these men off to their homeboys. Allow these men to go off on whatever journey they need to go off by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Why are you allowing yourself to allow men to milk off of you? You know what I'm saying? Deplete you, drain you. They got to run through multiple women because they're trying to figure themselves out. And we're just allowing them to infiltrate into our shit, into our being, into our essence, and take all that shit that we fucking have. No. By yourself. Mammies, I love y'all. When y'all come back over to the other side after dick pandering season is over with, I'll forgive you. You know what I'm saying? I'll forgive you. And I will still love you. But right now, y'all getting on my goddamn nerves. All right. Good night.